Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 32 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are working with thermal, getting latex going, and all kinds of good stuff. So let's get started. Welcome back, my friends. Another wonderful, glorious day here in TheAndrata Landia. Oh, where today we are working on stuff and things. Oh, apparently Spitter got out. This freaking Komodo dragon has been driving me nuts. He's been getting out and he's been killing all my animals. What the heck? All right. I tried to make it so that it looked a little better, maybe not giving him one. Apparently he can climb over that little block there. This freaking dude. And he hasn't even made any spit either. Like, I don't know what's up with this dude. He needs to be spitting more often at me and creating, the stuff that I need him to create, which is the spit. So let's go ahead, put Spitter back where he belongs. Actually, if I just do that, that should be fine. And yeah, you ain't getting out again. And look, he's kind of decimated our animal farm area. But hey, look, I got a little bit of spit. Finally, I guess. Thanks. I need to get some more wheat. Hopefully I have some wheat over here. I haven't checked on this farm for quite a while. Yeah, look, we got wheat. Bam. We got a bunch of wheat seeds. And that's about it. Now this farm over here, I did get rid of the papyrus, so we can grab that. We have a bunch of kelp still. I'm used some for our mechanical belts that we had earlier, but we're still going. And our coke oven is still doing its cooking thing, and making some coal coke for more steel for the future. Oh, I wanted to go ahead and put some of this wheat into here for these guys to rebuild our stocks of animals, because the freaking Komodo dragon went through. What happened was I was trying to make him a little bigger so he didn't fall into the hopper, and then doing so didn't work, and then he got away from me because one of my armor pieces has the rebounding 3, and so he hit me and then got yeeted to who knew where. I was hunting him down, trying to find him, could not find him anywhere. Turns out he got tiny and went into the pen here and just started decimating our animals, the little jerk. But hopefully he does his thing, and yeah, anyway, that's that. Real quick, want to shout out what was the name again? Xyloth, where's that? Xyloth Gamer, who mentioned that the backpack has these memory slots, and I don't know if this is new or not, but it allows you to mark slots as a memory slot. And so if I were to take my water out, I can shift click back in and it will automatically go back into its correct slot in the backpack, which is fantastic. I really like that. And that way, when I go to put things back in, I can just quickly shift click. So I have it kind of set up. I have a little area here for more arrows as needed, Bpedia, Akashic Tome, Tome of Peritia, and all this stuff. I have these spots empty for the other building gadgets that we're going to get, the destruction, the building, and the copy and paste gadget. So those can sit here. These two are for more arrows, and then whatever else. And if we need to get another row, we can. And this is all just miscellaneous stuff that I like to have on me for when I am building and stuff, but I may not necessarily need it all the time. I probably should put one of these like soul gems here. So all you got to do is go in here and then click on this, and you're going to see it's going to, it's going to fade out the item tooltip. And then there we go. Bam. So now this soul gem will just automatically go in there. Okay, so today what I want to work on is continuing in our tech expansion, and we need to get our Arboreal Extractor set up. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. So for the Arboreal Extractor, we had to go last episode and get ourselves some coral, because in order to make the tree fertilizer here, which is a powerful combination of minerals suitable for speeding up the growth of common tree types, and it will grow all trees regardless of spacing, doesn't matter. But anyway, it needed some sort of coral, bone meal, and then any kind of small flowers. So we're going to make one of these for now. I imagine we're going to need more. But if there's an efficiency loss on these Arboreal Extractors, from what I understand, where you can't have, 4 of them around a tree and then expect to get full efficiency out of it. Does that, what I'm saying, make sense? So we need to account for that, essentially, is where we're at. Copper plate's not found. That's okay. We can solve that. Let's get some copper. Let's just get half a stack, and we'll plate this up. That's you. Now, I also want to look real quick because I got this gear mold. How does this work? If I were to put this into here, 4 ingots makes a gold gear. And what's the normal recipe for this? Nuggets and a plate in the middle. So this is significantly cheaper when it comes to gears too, because it saves us nuggets and another plate, which is just another ingot. So whenever we need gears, we need to remember, use the multi-press mold gear. And eventually when we get refined storage set up and we're going to automate all this, we'll have 2 multi-servo presses to be able to have, each one do its requisite thing. But for now, it'll be manual switching out. Okay, so there is copper plates. Wait a second for them to get into the thing. Oh, I have copper casings. Duh. I must have gotten copper casings from a reward because I do not remember making that many copper casings. What I don't have is nuggets, though. Wish there was a quick, clear inventory button there. And then, okay. So fluid tanks. And then arboreal extractors. Should we... Nah, we'll just make one. We need to see exactly how this is going to work, to be honest with you. So we have latex from trees. Now, is there a best tree to get latex from? So this is cherry. It's going to get us 25, 50, and what are we looking? We're looking for latex, right? So let's search latex specifically, and then go with the arboreal extractor so we can see what's going to get us the most. So this is jungle log. That's going to get us 50 per iteration, 50, 75 from acacia, 50, 50. So we want acacia, right? That's what we want to go with if we're going to go with latex, which we conveniently do not have. What we do have, though, is a market guy, so we can go pop over to our villager trading hall and get that going. Now, it was mentioned in the comments, too. Let me pull up that comment. Who was that from? Not Ender. Someone had mentioned, I can't find it now. Teleport. Dunnick Fayero. Travel anchors. If we set up travel anchors, it'll make it easier for us to get back and forth between our different things in our base. We could set a travel anchor here to come to our base, and then we can have a travel anchor going out to our trader hall and then to our create stuff, so we can just do quick teleports. So let's go ahead and add those to our thing. And he also mentions you don't need to make the staff, especially since the staff requires all of this. If you get a hoe and you enchant the hoe, it has a high probability of getting teleportation on it because there's really not anything else that it can have. Hoes don't get a lot of enchants, apparently. Okay, let's go ahead and close you up. We're going to talk to you. You're open for business. We're going to get acacia. Bam, give me a sapling. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, none of you guys are going to have any different trades. It was also mentioned by, I believe it's Aloda Anusa, to put a magma block below each of their requisite tables, because it'll stop them from pathing, and then it can slow down or stop lag from happening when you're in your trading hall. I need to put a pressure plate here so nothing else can go in there. So that's something I might do. Just add a magma block below each one of them, and then we don't have to worry about them trying to path out of there because they can't walk on magma blocks, and so they won't path. Let's go ahead and plant this acacia, and then should we use our tree fertilizer? Sure. And that should get us more saplings. Yeah. And there we go. We got 3 saplings out of that. Did exactly what I wanted. Then we have a spare, but we only need 1 to set up for this actual arboreal extractor for now. I'm sure we're going to be setting up more arboreal extractors, but we just need the 1 to start this process. Okay, so if we go take a look at our quest book here, we go to our mechanical mayhem. We have completed this. Our next step is to get a fluid encapsulator, which is where we're going to actually process the latex into what we need to process it into, which is mixed with sulfur, and it's going to turn it into dry rubber. That's what we're aiming for, dry rubber here, okay? So we're going to need to add a fluid encapsulator to our to-do list, but let's go ahead and get our arboreal extractor set up. That way it can start doing its thing, and then go from there. So since our stuff is over here, we're getting, like I said, our base is getting a little tight spacing wise for where we're going to be setting things up. I need to start condensing down, but if we put our Arboreal Extractor here for now, I guess. Also, they didn't use this to make that. I must have had some of this already. If I do that, there we go. We got an acacia. Now, we can shrink this down, by the way. If we were to cardboard box up 3 of these leaves, we could place them, you know, around this. I think you have to have 3 logs and then just 3 leaves to count this as a valid tree. But you have to actually cardboard box up the leaves because they count. If you don't cardboard box them, it doesn't count as a valid tree because when you silk touch, it removes NBT data. Make sense? Okay. So let's go ahead and throw our Arboreal Extractor down and do the thing. Do you need power? You don't need power. But are you, do you need to face this or are you, because you don't, oh no, you're doing it. Okay, look, it got 75 latex out of it. And then we can augment that later. Okay, cool. So we're going to let that run, do its thing. Let's pop back home and we need to get our fluid encapsulator done. Let's check our thermal quests, by the way, though. I always like to check the quests. Maybe we get some good stuff out of it. Jungle sapling, rare thermal. Oh, look, I would have got acacia saplings from the quests if I were to actually read the quests when I am doing them. Great. Lovely for me. So next is our latex bucket and then a resin bucket for this quest line. Now, what is resin used for? In a fractionating still, to create rosin and tree oil, and then tree oil can be used in a compression dynamo to make power. So it may be prudent for us to set up resin and latex at the same time and let them do their thing. That way I can get compression going for our power, but we're actually doing pretty decent for power right now, so I'm not super duper concerned about it. And here we go, we need copper gears, so let's go ahead and grab copper ingots. And we'll go ahead and swap these out. And remember, we're working towards, we want the centrifuge, right? I need to get this thing going at some point, but I need to get dielectric paste. What is this insulating glass? This is fairly easy to make. Dielectric paste is what I need to work towards, which requires us to get tar. Yes, that's what we're looking for, is tar. So let me that's kind of what we're working towards. I guess I can see it when I look inside of there. But yeah, tar is what we're looking for. That way I can process all of the honeycombs that we're getting. And then that way I don't have to worry about, I only have 82 copper left. I can process the honeycombs and I'll have more copper. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm waiting on. I don't want to have to do any more mining. I just want to process the honeycombs that I already have and use those for all of my stuff. Fluid cell frame requires a bronze gear. Do I have any extras of these? No. Do I have any extra bronze? No. So let's grab the 2 of these. And then bronze is a recipe of copper and tin. 3 copper to 1 tin. 6 and then 2 tin. That way we have a little extra for next time. We're going to need this. So we're going to put you in there. You go here. I guess you 2 can go in there. You're going to do that. And then as soon as this is done, it was just 1 bronze gear that we needed, right? Yeah. So that can go there. And then this can come with me. We're going to put it here and make our fluid cell frame. And we should have everything else. Yeah. So then this is our fluid encapsulator. Now the fluid encapsulator is going to require power, which is why I put this over in this general area. So that way we can run power, we can run the fluids out of the Arboreal Extractor here and then into our base so that it can process and I don't have to bucket it up. But yeah, does that make sense? So we have 600 millibuckets in here. I can go ahead and probably do that to get more. Yes. Okay. So it's going to process faster now. I think I might want to try out that whole, let's break it down and only grab 3 leaves. So if we do, because this is a pretty big tree here. So if I do this, this, and this, Should be able to break these, and then we can break all these, and then I can iron adds it up if my adds wasn't broken. Like, it replaced one of my stairs too. It actually broke my house. What a jerk. Did I get that birch stair back too? I don't think so. I'm going to have to replace that. Okay, so we have 3 of those. And then we just need to get our cardboard boxes, put them away. And we need to put our leaves around this. So 1, 2, 3. 3. And there... Nope, don't do that. Get this out of here. Oh my. That's a weird glitch. Look, we can see all the way down into the world. Look, there's a something down there. Let's break this. Weird texture glitching going on. Okay, so we have 1575. Let's just validate that this is going to count as a valid tree now. Bam, it is. So that's what you got to do. If you want to shrink them down and compact, then you could actually put the leaves up so you could have all 3 to the top. But I kind of want my tree to look a little bit like a tree, I guess. So we have that going there. And it's probably going to be a good idea, actually, for me to move the Arboreal Extractor to this side. That way I can extract out into the house, right? Okay, so if that's going to sit there, we're going to have the fluid encapsulator sit like here, and it's going to need power. We also need to get some kind of fluid extracting pipes. Let's check out mechanisms. Mechanical pipes. What's your cost? Steel and a bucket. We can make that happen. And then at this point, what's the logistical transporter cost? A logistics core from Enigmatica, which is okay, so we can't do those, but we can do the power and the regular ones for now. So we need to go ahead and dig underneath the house. Kinda. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we're actually going to have to dig into the house here. And not underneath, because we're going to have power come from underneath. So let's just fix that up. Mechanical pipes can connect. And then we should, our morphing tool should have the configurator in there. So we can go ahead and set this to extract. We can pop in. And then we just need to get power to this guy. And I just realized now that I don't have my power dug down far enough, so it's going to be quite ugly here. But if we do this, we can kind of route it that way. And then underneath it. We should have basic universal cables. So we're going to do this, and then run out. Just because I'm trying to make it look nice, we're going to run out. Luckily, we have steel. But I don't want to use too much of it and then burn through all of our steel, you know? So we're going to make them as needed just because steel takes so long to actually craft. Break you. And then do you. And then you. Okay, so fluid encapsulator should have fluid as long as I configure the back to be an input. We're going to go ahead and tear this whole thing down, except I don't want to break the bookshelves. So let's grab our exchanging gadget. And then just swap all this out for dirt. We can move our enchanter elsewhere later. Okay, and we'll just put all this in our system. Bookshelves, enchanting table, lapis, all that stuff can just go away. And then, bing. Maybe this should be where pipes go. That way they always end up in the same slot, right? Right. Okay. Cool. So fluid encapsulator has its latex now. So all we have to do is the next steps. Which is, first off, we need to get a bucket of this stuff. Do I have any buckets on me? That'd be another good thing to add to my thing. Let's grab a bucket. We will add this to here. We're going to end up having to have another row of memory slots. We're going to pick up a bucket of it. There we go. So we got a quest completion. And then we need to go ahead and continue a quest. So let's grab this. Let's get our reward because we like rewards, which was hardened glass apparently. And we pop back up here to our mechanical mayhem. Our next step is to make dry rubber. Now, dry rubber is made in the encapsulator or fluid encapsulator with 900 millibuckets of latex and 1 sulfur. So we should have some sulfur in here because we got a lot of that when we were in sulfur. So let's grab 10 of those. And that'll get us 10 dry rubber. And we're going to see what are we using the dry rubber for. I'm not 100% sure. This is a very slow machine, by the way, in case you are curious. So once we get the dry rubber taken care of, we can take this off, this off, this off, and Arboreal Extractor can come off. And we're going to be making fluid cells. Cook that rubber down to make cured rubber suitable for sealing fluid cells. And then that's wanting us to make an engineer circuit table, which is a redstone flux cell, not even a fluid cell, but it is cured rubber. I guess we're going to need that. So we have dried rubber, and then we're going to need cured rubber too. What does this cured rubber cost? Oh, 2, man, that's even more sulfur. 2 dry rubber and a sulfur makes cured rubber. So we're going to need at least and an optional catalyst. You can boost. What does boosting it mean, though? Let's find out. Yeah, I'll just take one of these. We're going to grab some sand out of our dank. Guess 2, maybe. Induction smelter, you there, and then you 2. Is that going to get me more than 2? That's the question. No, it just gave me 2. So I'm not entirely sure what that's used for. But I need to make at least 4 so we can get this fluid cell going. So I need at least 1 more dry rubber, and we're out of latex. So I'm thinking we're going to need a bunch of these trees set up, and then a whole bunch of this stuff. We can move the spirit fire as needed, but we basically need to max that out. Let's do that. You not working anymore? Hello? My tree stopped treeing. Is it because I did the Shadow's temporary intangible tunnel and it broke it? Because I just wasted 256x on my time in a bottle. Not that I don't have, like 13 hours worth, but let's disconnect this and see. Did I break my tree? It looks like the tree broke. Yeah, we're not producing anything now. Fantastic. Okay, let's get rid of this tree then. And then we're gonna have to place a new tree. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Replanted the trees, and I went ahead and I did 2 more so that we can add on more arboreal extractors because I'm tired of waiting. And we went with the tree tower. It works. Doesn't look the greatest or anything, but it works, and it's getting us our latex. So we can add 2 more arboreal extractors, and I'll work on building those in between episodes. So we have our latex going, so we should be good to go here with 2 more dry rubber. Good, and we are full on latex there, which is fantastic. Let's grab another sulfur here, and then throw this and this into here. And let's see what this sand does. It says boostable, but I'm like, are we going to get extra or something? I'm not 100% sure what exactly boostable means. Okay, so then we're going to want to go ahead and get this fluid cell taken care of, which is this recipe. I have everything but the fluid cell frame, which is this, another bronze gear. Remember I said I made more bronze? This is why. I'm like, you know what? At some point we're going to need more bronze, and we did, and I got it. Let's go ahead and put that away. Again, we're bum rushing to this centrifuge that uses RF, so I don't have to sit there and manually centrifuge everything. That's what my goal here is. fluid cell frame, and then a fluid cell. Okay. Now what we're using the fluid cell for, not 100% sure, but our next goal is our tar producing machine. Oh, so any one of these will produce tar. Okay. A steady supply of liquid fuel. Sorry, my screen keeps turning black. What is going on? Okay. Steady supply of liquid fuel will soon be quite useful. In the meantime, some byproducts are needed instead. Build a machine to begin producing tar. Be sure to keep that fuel handy. So what is going to be our best way of producing tar? Okay, wow. Tar. Recipe. So if we do a centrifugal separator, no. Multi-servo press, no. So we're basically looking at this fractionating still and the pyrolyzer. Now the fractionating still can convert it over from the tree oil, which would be, again, actually, no, it's only coming from heavy oil, huh? Which is, okay. So it looks like a pyrolyzer is our next step to get coal, which will turn coal into coal coke, which speeds up our process. Yeah, I think, can we get a pyrolyzer? Can we make this? Except for we need the blast bricks. So a fractionating still, a centrifugal separator of bitumen, but I don't think I've had any bitumen. I need to make sure I enunciate properly on that word. So it is, there are 3 machines, not the right button. Fractionating still, pyrolyzer, centrifugal separator. Okay, so fractionating still, this is the recipe for this. Steel scaffolding, which is steel, 3 fluid cells, and a flare stack. All of this is doable, though a lot of materials, and we'd have to get another blaze burner going, which is fine. And then to get the tar, we need heavy oil, which is going to produce tar and refined fuel. Now, heavy oil comes from, again, bitumen, or crude oil will turn into bitumen. We need to find crude oil, apparently. A PCB. PCB. Get it? So, and that still requires a fractionating still. So we're going to need 2 fractionating stills, essentially, is what this is saying, to produce tar. Is basically what I'm getting at here. Or if we can get some of this bitumen. Now, what is your, where are you found at? I have not found any bitumen. Spawns in the nether, spawns in the overworld at 4 and Y60. And what about these bitumen chunks? There is a bee. Ah, sooty bee. Sooty bee has a chance of getting us these. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to be doing some manual centrifuging of our sooty bee. I think that's going to be our easiest way to get this started so that I can, you know, there is oil patches around. Like there's some oil there and there and there. There is crude oil around here that we can go pump up and get, but we need something sustainable. Like I don't want anything that we're going to have to manually, you know, do the whole thing on. So let's grab this sooty honeycomb. And do I have more over here? Not a lot. We're getting a lot of everything else. Do I have my sooty bee turned on? Why is this no longer valid? What happened? You're no longer valid either. What happened? What? Why? Where did? Why? What? What happened here? Thank gosh, none of the glass actually disappeared. I don't know. Did I vein mine and accidentally broke this at some point? Look at all our bees. They can't go into any of the apiaries because the structure is invalid. So they're just all flying around in here. Oh, goodness. Hopefully that hasn't been too long and we had any bees disappear. Yeah, sooty bee needs to come out. And glowstone bee needs to get locked up. That's the glowstone bee. Yeah, okay. All right, well, do your thing, bees. Hopefully none of you did the thing and mutated each other. This guy's stuck here. What you got, Wandering Trader? Ooh, Eyes of Ender's not a bad trade. Yoink. Get out of here. Okay. So I got to remember not to use my thing over here, this spell, because it breaks that. If we picked up this wandering trader, I can go throw him in our trading hall. If we need eyes of Ender, he'll be there. And then we have our sooty honeycombs, which I need to process. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to manually process this. Hopefully we get some of the bitumen, and then we can continue working towards getting our fractionating still. That is our goal, is the fractionating still. We're going to need 2 of these. So I will also go ahead and make 2 of these in between episodes. So I'm going to have to capture 2 blazes, which is fine. We have a blaze spawner. And then the rest of this is all fairly easy stuff. We have blaze powder. We have all of this stuff. We're going to need more cured rubber, but outside of that, I think we're going to be good to go. So, yeah, manual centrifuging is my future. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.